Listening is a skill. Some people only manage to hear what they want to hear. Others prefer to help people to say what they want to hear.
So, everything's fine then, eh?
Well, I've
It's
been
all
offered
the same as last year, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
You
the thing
obviously
is,
know the job backwards by now. 5 years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, no problems?
Not really. Well...
Well, what?
It's just... Sometimes I feel I'm not getting anywhere. I just feel that I should be using what... Well, you know, 5 years in the same job.
Oh, well, you've no need to worry about that. Doing fine. Absolutely satisfactory.
Yes, fine.
Indeed. Another
It's just...
satisfactory year completed. No problems. Well, anything else?
Some people have trouble listening to things they find difficult to hear. Nowadays, there are electronic devices they can use which help them to avoid hearing anything.
If I miss that course, I'll be stuck doing the same bloody job for another year. I can't even get a transfer to accounts. And by then, I'll be stuck in with next year's trainees. Oh, it's hopeless. I hate you. I hate you!
Good. Excellent. Well, thanks for accepting the decision.
The minute you start talking to some people, you can sense that they are shutting the door on you.
Yes, well, there's a couple of other things.
Yes, well, I'm a bit late, and I've got an appointment with the client.
Still got a few urgent staffing problems. I think there's a bit of pilfering going on. Yes, and I need your authority to make some economies. The client's not too happy about the situation.
Call me, will you?
When?
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 Not listening skills are seen at their finest when 3 colleagues get together, because then each one of them has a choice of people not to listen to.
I disagree. Textmaster may be okay for word processing, but it can't handle the sort of storage and retrieval we need.
But none of the other systems can edit text the way we need. Or if they can, it takes ages.
Listen, Brenda, it's the people out there we have to think of, the public, you know? Of course, letters have to be written.
It's not just letters.
Can I just finish my sentence? With your permission, if it's not too much trouble?
Look, can't we forget about your 2 present systems?
Shut up, Kevin, listen.
Why don't you listen?
Because it's obvious.
To who?
Look, we can't propose a Textmaster system and that's that.
Well, I'm not supporting anything else.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Brenda, don't be so childish.
Childish? Me? When you're behaving like a spoilt schoolboy who won't play with anyone else's football.
OK, we stay as we are.
But that's just stupid.
Right.
Not listening and not looking are not the same as not caring, but it's easy to think they are.
Morning, Sandra. Everything all right?
It's fine.
Good. Any problems, come and see me. My door's always open.
Sometimes people seem to make it hard for you to listen to them. This is often because they're going to say something they know you won't want to hear.
I mean, it would be rash, not to say unprofessional of me, to promise that there would be no job losses at all.
Oh, yes, very.
And obviously I'm trusting that you'll be careful who you say that to.
Oh, thank you, yes.
But what I can say, with a reasonable degree of confidence, is that it's very unlikely... it's very unlikely, probably, that somebody in your position would find themselves out of a job in the foreseeable future, as we currently foresee it, based on our current foresight.
Oh, I see. Yes.
If there's one thing more irritating than somebody appearing to be listening when they're not, it's somebody appearing not to be listening when they are.
Well, it happened like this. My sister's husband's pretty ill at the moment. So she has to spend a lot of time looking after him. So I said I'd take the kids to school. To school, most mornings. Only now it's become every morning. And as their school's over 7 miles away, I'm finding it very difficult. It's all right.
brother-in-law's ill. Sister's fed up looking after him. She has to take their kids to school 7 miles away, and it's all right.
When you have problems you need to share, it's good to know you've got someone right there to hear them.
And I'm so glad at last to have the chance to talk to someone about it.
Sorry I was miles away.
Two schools of thought about how to run a meeting. Some people plan an agenda. Others seem to put their faith in chaos theory.
Now, there are a number of things I'd like to talk to you about this morning. Let's see, where should we start? No, I had... Yeah, there was something. No. Where was it? So this... I'll be with you in a minute.
What about the hospital postal service?
Oh, yes. Now, I have got something about that. Let me see. Oh.
We're going to discuss the car park.
Car park? What about the car park?
Well, let's talk that we're going to be charged to use the car park.
Well, now, Bill, you see, this is precisely why we have these team meetings, to put all of you exactly in the picture and cut short any idle speculation of that kind.
So are they or are they not going to charge us to use the car park?
Maybe.
What's the news on the waste disposal routines?
Oh, yes, good point, Jeff. Yes, I have got something about that, and I'll tell you what it is just as soon as I found it.
Oh, as Marjorie's going on maternity leave next month, will someone be standing in for her?
Yes. Yes, I was going to mention that. That is a categorical yes. Marjorie begins her maternity leave on the 10th, and her stand-in starts on, well, the 11th, I should think. Now, the next point I wanted to make is,
Car park?
About the waste disposal routines?
Hospital post?
Here it is. No, the next point I wanted to make, and this may come as a bit of a surprise, is that Marjorie is going to have a baby. That's news. Well done, Marjorie.
In a meeting, there's only one thing more important than having an agenda, and that is everybody knowing what the agenda is.
Now, number 7, the Sterling contract. Jackie, how many machine hours?
Well, Fred's kept me waiting for these because he's got a problem with machine allocation. He's not sure if we're going to...
You mean you haven't got them?
Well, I'll have them tomorrow evening latest.
I need a decision on this today.
Today?
Yes, look, it says Sterling contract, estimates and terms. I mean, isn't that clear?
I thought we were just reviewing it.
Anyway, we can't decide anything without George, can we?
Why not?
Well, he's got to agree the delivery date. That affects the pricing.
Well, he better take this Friday, too. We should have just come Friday.
Friday. There goes Friday.
Well, at least we can decide on some of the figures, can't we?
Yes, why not?
Get something done. Will George be here on Friday?
Yes, he will be, yes. Well, we can decide the materials budget.
Yes, we can, yes. What were the corresponding figures on the Ashcroft deal? Have you got them?
You know, I think it's probably better if we take it all in one go on Friday. Yep.
Keeping control of a meeting can be difficult. Of course, it's so much easier if the team realizes that a meeting means more than just everyone being together in the same room.
Okay, now this point. Now, I think this is very important. In fact, I think it's vital.
What's all this, then?
Team meeting, Bill.
Team meeting? Nobody told me anything about a meeting.
Nobody... Wait a minute, where's Brian?
He's not here.
Oh, great. Thanks, Jeff.
Rebecca's not here either.
Well, why not? Surely they knew they were supposed to be here. I put up a notice on the board. You all should have read it. You know, I'm sorry, but I make no apology.
Tea up, everybody!
No. Can we wait for the tea, please? No.
Yeah, I've got your...
No, come on, everyone. Look, we've got to...
Is there any biscuits? Is there any biscuits?
Bill.
Look, come on, everyone. We've got to get on.
Well, nobody's stopping you.
Bill.
Arthur.
I always had the cake.
Arthur.
The cherry on top.
Yes? 6 weeks to get a fan, Bill? How can it take 6 weeks? Nowhere in this galaxy is 6 weeks away from your garage. Birmingham. I see. Right, now then. Struth. Hold on a second. Look, do you have to do that now?
Well, I've got to get it finished, haven't I?
Well, what are you making?
A noise.
There's always room for new ideas. One idea that would apparently be new to this team is stick to the point.
Well, let's move on to the causes.
Well, there's only one cause. Learning to operate this thing needs effort. People just won't make the effort anymore.
They will. I found Alice tearing her hair out yesterday because she couldn't get at the accounts data.
Alice? Her over the green sports car?
Yeah, that's her.
She parked in my space this morning.
Your space? Think yourself lucky to have one.
What I want to know is, why has Bill Royce got 2 parking spaces? I mean, you can't drive to work in 2 cars.
I think he lives in one. I've seen him shaving in it.
That's not all he does in them.
Why are we talking about Bill Royce? Oh, right. Well, let's get back to the point.
What point?
Hmm?
What was the point?
Good point. I've got it here, Sim. Ah, yes. Here we are, yes. Now, I've got a barrier at the end of my parking space. Have you got barriers at the end of your parking spaces?
Springing a surprise on your colleagues can be a lot of fun, although you have to be sure it's a pleasant surprise.
Now, unfortunately, there may have to be a bit of sharing of desks. Still, I mean, you've all got your own company cars, haven't you? So you can't play, swings and roundabouts, see what I mean? One drawback is that there isn't any room for your secretaries on the 3rd floor, but we can move them up to the 5th floor here in the typing pool.
Who the hell do you think you are?
What?
How dare you? We need company cars so as to sell things to keep people like you in jobs.
Oh, look,
What's all this about sharing desks?
Well,
are you going to be sharing a desk?
No.
And is your secretary going to move up to the typing pool?
No, but...
All right, come on. Let's see. Right. Where's your office?
Well, it's...
I see. All to yourself, is it?
Well, that's just the way it happened to work out.
Yeah, but let's get 1 or 2 things perfectly clear before we go any further, shall we? My salesmen do not prop up bars, except when they have to go away on long, boring trips on company business. Right. They do not share desks, and they will have their secretaries in their offices. All right?
Well, they can't. I mean, there isn't any more room on the 3rd floor.
Well, I'm not having the 3rd floor.
But you've got to. I mean, the board has approved this plan.
Well, they must have the 3rd floor. I won't.
When a meeting's been a disaster, it's best to forget it and call another one. Of course, you shouldn't forget why the first one was a disaster.
OK, last item. Ian, can you bring us up to date on progress on the team leader's pay review?
Well, I can't take it any further, really. Not until the review committee meets and decides about the regrading proposals now. When are they going to meet then, Daisy?
Well, George was going to arrange that, wasn't he? Because he wanted to be there to put his case.
I thought you were going to fix the meeting as you needed.
Ron usually does that.
Usually, yes, but as George wanted to be in on it, we said we'd leave it to him.
That's why I thought George would know.
But George isn't here.
Well, it must have been him then.
Well, I thought it was you, Ron.
George. Shall we take a vote on it?
Surely we decided that Ian would coordinate with George and Ron.
Well, we decided to take the necessary action.
Which meant that Ron would make sure the committee consulted George.
Not in this case. It was George's job.
Next item.
What?
To discuss and decide exactly what it was that we did discuss and decide at the last meeting.
Well, before we decide that...
Yes?
Oughtn't George to be here?